Welcome to that handicapping show at bloodhorse.com. I'm Tom Lamar, joined this week by Frank Angst, and we'd like to recognize our new sponsor of that handicapping show, racing2day.com. And again, that's racing2day.com. It's an online horse race wagering service run by racehorse owners, players, handicappers, and fans. And we appreciate the sponsorship. Today we're going to be looking at the Jockey Club Gold Cup, mile and a quarter grade 1 at Belmont Park, 1.5 turns, kind of, I guess you would say. One of many grade 1 races this weekend, Belmont and Santa Anita, which opens on Friday. Lots of quality horses in this weekend. Hopefully we'll have a clearer view of what the Breeders' Cup races may look like. Frank, this is an excellent race. A lot of the usual suspects, but they're very good suspects. How do you see the race shaping up? And who do you really like on top in this race?
Yeah, this race really drew all the handicap horses from the East Coast that you would expect, and all the 3-year-olds that are ready to take on older. So it is a loaded race, and you can definitely go a lot of different ways. And I kind of went with Flat Out, good old reliable Flat Out. I mean, I do fantasy baseball and fantasy football, and a lot of times people are looking for the hot rookie, the new, but there's something to be said for the veteran, and he's going for his 3rd straight win in this race, and I think he can do it. He obviously loves Belmont Park, where he's 5 for 6, and Bill Mott just has a knack for getting horses to peak at the right time. He can really target a race as well as any trainer in the country, and since the second in the Woodward, which late in the day at the Woodward, everything was winning on the front end. Flat Out still he put himself in a position to win. He's versatile like that. He can run close early or be more mid-pack. And I think they knew enough to stay close early. Couldn't quite get Alpha at the wire. But since then, he's had 2 nice works, which I always like, even with a veteran horse. I like to see the workouts that they're having. And I like the way he's prepping into this race, and I think he can win it again.
All right. I'm with Flat Out as well. He's won this race the past 2 years. He's in good form again this year. I can absolutely see him winning this race again this year. As Frank noted, he does have some tactical speed. I don't think that he'll be too far back in here. I don't think that we'll have a horse in here that's like loping along on a big lead. I think Cross Traffic, the 4-year-old, may have some company in this race. Outside of Flat Out, I do expect an improved effort from Orb. I'm pretty sure that he needed that race in the Travers. He actually ran a big race, as Frank had noticed. He was inside. He did get the lead, and I don't want to say he faltered late. He just got passed by Will Take Charge and Moreno, who fought back. But I do like Flat Out in the race. Who are your underneath horses here?
Orb definitely ran a nice race off that layoff and could get better on his home track again. But another horse that probably had some trouble last out was Malice, who came running. And, I mean, this horse just has shown himself in the Belmont and several times now to be a talented horse. And I think he's ready to take on older. Cross Traffic, obviously. I mean, the Met mile that horse ran, even though it ended up second, to me it was very impressive because I've done a lot with surfaces, and I thought that was kind of not a speed favoring track that day. And for him to nearly go gate to wire. And then I did have him going, obviously everyone saw him go gate to wire in the Whitney, which I did have as a speed favoring track. But sometimes it's nice to have a race like that going into your bigger target. I'm just not totally sure about the mile and a quarter. I won't be shocked if I'm proven wrong because that horse is talented. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. And Ron the Greek is a horse that he keeps running in the speed favoring tracks. I have him making starts on 3 straight speed favoring tracks. He needs the setup. I don't think he's talented enough to kind of create his own luck. But if for some reason they go too fast here, which I don't think they will, or maybe the track is closer favoring, I think he could get up there in the second or maybe even pull an upset.
All right. And remember, with Ron the Greek, Also trained by Mott, so you'll have an uncoupled trainer entry, one that will be maybe the favorite or the second choice, and one who will be a good price. So I throw that out there.
It's funny, Ron
it's
Greek.
very funny.
Ron Greek keeps getting support. He definitely has his supporters out there,
Yeah.
and I can see why, because he pops a big one every now and again, and maybe this is the day he does it.
All right, so that is the Jockey Club Gold Cup $1 Million at Belmont Park this coming Saturday. And we thank Brisnet.com for the past performances. And again, shout out to our sponsor, RacingToday.com. For Frank, I'm Tom. We'll see you next time on That Handicapping Show.